Hi, I'm Chelsea. Thank you so much for visiting my YouTube channel. This is my very first video, and what I want to talk to you today about is toilet training or potty training. I want to talk to you about what I think are 10 ways that people or caregivers sabotage potty training. Now, a little bit about myself. I've potty trained at least about 45 to 50 children in my career. I've been working with special needs individuals and typical individuals for about the last 16 years. And I have potty trained even my own children, anywhere from 1.5 years old to the oldest kiddo I potty trained was 17 years old. So have a lot of experience in this area. Now, what prompted me to want to do this video and make this my debut on YouTube is I was talking to a friend of mine, very caring about her students. She's a teacher. She was telling me different kids that she has and different procedures she's doing from potty training them. And as she's telling me her plans, I'm kind of like, red flag, oops, that's why it's not working. And I just realized that, there's a lot of people out there, a lot of parents, a lot of, professionals, special needs kids, typical kids, older, younger, whatever. A lot of people out there are really trying to do the potty training, but there's just a couple of things that they're doing that are just really sabotaging the process and making success just an inch out of their reach. So that's what I want to talk about. Please do look at my website because I have a lot more in-depth information on my website, and also support systems and guidance packages available on my website. So please take a look at that if anything interests you or if you want more information. I'm going to try to make this short and sweet. Let's see how that goes. So number one, reinforcement. A lot of people out there are doing everything right, but they're not reinforcing the child. And so now I can hear some of you guys thinking, oh, no, I reinforce them. Every time they go in the toilet, I reinforce them. We go in the kitchen and we get a cookie. Let me tell you, reinforcement needs to be immediate. So I suggest actually, Johnny just went pee-pee in the toilet. He's actually still sitting on the toilet. Last little drops are coming out. You're like, there you go. You peed in the toilet. That reinforcer is immediate. If you don't want to do an edible, Susie just went pee-pee in the toilet. Last little tinkles are coming out. You're like, sticker for you. You're awesome. You're amazing. That's what I want. Do not wait until they're done using the bathroom, pull the pants up, wash the hands. Now you walk out. Now you give them a reinforcer, because ABA tells us that, the behavior that occurred right before you gave the reinforcer, that's what you're reinforcing. So most likely you're actually reinforcing the child walking down the hall or walking to the kitchen or washing their hands even, not voiding in the toilet. Thing number two that sabotages, not planning. You gotta have a plan, okay? You gotta have a plan that actually fits the child you're toilet training. Now, in all the kids that I've toilet trained, I can probably tell you there's not two plans that were exactly the same. There are little tweaks and differences based on each child, on their strengths and their needs, what's reinforcing to them. Even the plan includes when their parents are available, to actually do the potty training. Third thing that sabotages is a lot of people do not realize how hard it is to potty train. It's difficult. There's a lot of ups, there's a lot of downs, there's a lot of, happiness when the kid succeeds. There's a lot of, confusion about why they aren't succeeding, what needs to happen differently, whatever. So I suggest for this, have a support system. The day that you start potty training or the day before, you call up or you text up or email a couple of your friends, maybe professionals, maybe the kid's teacher, maybe, whoever, somebody that you can depend on, not for advice so much, but just for support, just for a hang in there, just for, wow, I'm so proud of you for trying this. You can do it. That's what you're going to need. If you don't have real life people available, not real life people, but if you don't have people available that you actually know personally, blogs and forums. Now, check these out beforehand, because you don't want to go onto something when you're distraught and really needing encouragement, and now all you find is other people complaining. You want to go on somewhere where you're going to find, success stories and encouragement and somebody to kind of just give you that, pat on the back and say, you can do it. Keep going. Fourth thing, rigidity, you know. There's a lot of plans out there that says you have to do X, Y, Z, da da da. You know, like my friend I'm telling you about, she actually told me, because I told her something about a reinforcer, and she said, oh, well, you know, I know it has to be a reinforcer that he never ever gets. And I said, no. It does not have to. I mean, maybe that's optimal, but if you only have access to a reinforcer that they get sometimes, then you can use that. Like you know, there are no hard set rules, you know? So don't think that you have to wait for a perfect situation before you can, you know, start potty training, or don't think that, you know, oh, it has to be a reinforcer that he never, ever, ever gets, or he has to sit for at least this amount of time. No, you know, another big one out there is throw away the diapers the day you start. Throw it. No, 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 no. Most probably 95% of the kids that I have potty trained were actually still wearing diapers until they were 100% without any accidents. Okay, you know. Don't paint yourself in a corner. If you throw away all the diapers, now this kid is just going to have messes all over the place until they're doing better. It's going to make them feel bad about themselves. It's going to make you tired because you're cleaning up messes all day and discouraged. There's no one way. You know, you find the way that fits to that child, and even within that, you have to be flexible. 5, be consistent. Yes, be consistent. So you're not going to have to be perfect, but just be consistent. You know, if you decide, hey, I'm going to do potty training on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday because those are my days off, then do them every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you say I can only do potty training, you know, in the evening when I come home, 5 to 8, then every day 5 to 8. Some parents I've worked with, they've only done potty training on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, but every Saturday and Sunday until the kid is fluent. Get yourself a timer so that you can be consistent about, hey, I'm going to take him, you know, or I'm going to dry pants check him ever so often. Be consistent, you know. That's going to help out a lot. The kid is going to get used to it, and you're going to get used to it, and use technologies as much as you can, even just, you know, little timer to remind you. Take data. Now, again, this sounds overwhelming. Doesn't have to be anything fancy, but just mark down, you know, some data. If you go onto my site, you'll see some examples of this and some instructions on how to help you figure out. But data is super important. And data, I know that, you know, you think that's like intense and scientific and all that. No. I just mean take down, Johnny went to the bathroom at 7:30. Oh, Johnny had an accident at, you know, 8:15. Oh, you know, I gave him, you know, big cup of water at 10 o'clock. Like, and, you know, you looking back at this data is going to help you, because it's going to help you to see that he's doing better, he's succeeding, or he's not. If he's not over so much time, then you got to kind of tweak, be flexible, tweak the system until he is. Super important. Take data. A big one out there is that a lot of people somehow expect that the kid knows what to do. Think about this. The kid has been in a diaper since the day he was born. So how is he supposed to know what to do on the toilet? Doesn't know what to do on the toilet. I mean, he doesn't really know. Like, maybe he hears you telling him and all that sort of thing, but as far as his body, knowing how to release when he gets on there, knowing how to hold it and that sort of thing, he doesn't know. So we have to teach him. I think a good way to teach him, books, you know, other forms of media, videos, modeling. You know, take your kid. My daughter, I took her to the bathroom with me. Hey, this is what happens when you go here. Don't assume that they know. They don't know. You have to teach them, and then they'll know. One thing that you can do, and this is number 7. I don't see a lot of people doing this. A lot of, you know, ABA providers, I think, are aware of this, but a lot of parents don't do this. A lot of teachers don't do this. Dry pants check. That means that every, you know, whatever your schedule is, you're checking Johnny to make sure he's dry, and you're pointing out, Johnny, you're dry, so that he knows what dry is, and you're reinforcing that. Thing number 8. I see a lot of people taking the kid to the toilet too often. Why would you take a kid to the toilet every 30 minutes when you know they're not going to go? You know, I think that sends mixed messages to the kid about what that toilet is for. So if you want to talk about this more, I know a lot of people, you know, they're like, oh, I got to take them every 30 minutes. You know what you do? This leads into thing number 9, is you start to create an aversion around the toilet. because the kid is like, I don't want to go in there again. Oh my gosh, you're just interrupting my life to, my life or my fun, to take me in this place to sit here and do nothing and then go through this routine after. And then you get the kid that used to be fine with going to the bathroom, and now they don't like going to the bathroom. You have to fight them, and now it's a whole nother deal. On top of potty training, you're trying to get them to even go into the bathroom. Along with this is punishment, overcorrection, or like I said, kind of following a routine. Anything that creates an aversion or makes the kid not want to go to the bathroom anymore. And this is, like I said, this is something else that creates a whole nother behavior on top of learning the toilet training. 10th and final is not starting. A lot of parents, providers, teachers out there are like, oh, your kid's not ready. What is ready? There are very, very, very few physical things that need to be ready, need to be done for a kid to be ready. I potty trained a kid at 1.5 years old. Tell me she was ready, right? She couldn't even say toilet yet, but I trained her to go, habit trained her. I trained her to go when I take her. So every 2 hours, if I took her every 2 hours, she went. She never, ever, ever had an accident. After that, threw away the diapers. Ready. You don't have to have, let me have a full clean, schedule so that I can take him or check him every 30 minutes, from the time he's awake to the time he's asleep. That's not necessary either. You can make a plan as long as you're consistent and you stick to it, like I said, 2 hours a day. It's going to take them longer than if you did it full day, all day, but you can start somewhere. And don't let anybody tell you, now's not a good time to start. I mean, the only time it's not a good time is if the kid has other things going on, that have nothing to do with, toilet training. But usually when you decide to start, it's a good time. So thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope it was helpful. I intended for it to be like 5 minutes, but that didn't happen. But anyways, I really hope it was helpful. Please visit my site for more information. My site is steppingstones-behaviorguidance.com. A lot more information on there, and even support for you on there. Take care.